whether you're on a mountaintop or you're in the sand or you're on a stand-up paddleboard with water all around you. When you do yoga in nature, there's so many contours, in the land itself that might lend themselves as a prop. There's the elements themselves that dance around you and touch your skin, and feeling the fire of the sun and the solidity and the stability of the earth beneath you, and the wind on your skin. There's just something so sensuous and rewarding about that, that's really different than being on a yoga mat.
I find a lot of joy in the outdoors. Without this, I wouldn't keep my sanity. And it's so beautiful. And so just really appreciating and taking advantage of all the things that we have available to us on this whole playground of the West Coast.
There's a state of mind that I find when I'm climbing really, really peacefully. I'm super dropped in, and the only thing I'm thinking about is how my limbs are going to move from hold to hold. And that's the same state of mind I find when I'm really dropped in a class and I'm just like flowing from pose to pose, like feeling really powerful in my body. They're both ways to get to that same place. Basically, your senses just kind of get turned off a little bit and you're just doing that thing.
The connection between nature and yoga, that's what I realized my whole life has been trying to answer one question, which is what exactly happens when we get quiet and present in the beauty of nature. And somehow when this happens, when we allow ourselves to do it, I feel like our deepest heart becomes clear. I like what the Native Americans said, just the Great Spirit is everywhere. You don't have to go to a temple or a church. It's like just get out anywhere we haven't paved over and you'll feel it if you get quiet and tune in.